This is the way I know you. What happened? Do blondes have more fun?
Apparently they do. Those 3 months, I was having a good time.
You look cute as a blonde.
It has to be the right blonde, I've learned. As you blondes know, there's different tones of blonde.
Thank you, Keith.
I know. See, your tips are a little lighter. I noticed you put some high, your tips.
The tip stuff.
You said something else, Sandra.
Because the real mother...
This is a morning show.
Sorry. The real mother who's in the audience is a blonde. Forgive me. Listen, Sandra, you've had such a great year. You had the proposal. Now you have this, and there's Oscar buzz about this, because this is a very meaty role. But you have said, people who do what I do don't do award-winning films. Does that mean you think you're never going to get an Oscar?
Well, we don't do, like, we get, like, Best Pratfall, which are important awards, because, as everyone knows, pratfall, not very easy to do. So we do the ones that get awards that are fun awards.
You don't think that people...
maybe I meant to say myself. You know, I never chose films that
don't appreciate what you do because
I think we appreciate it because we make the money.
Hello. Yeah, well, yeah. You bet you do.
Well, you know, Sandra.
We'll vote for you. Okay?
Thank you.
The movie, you said that initially you were very reluctant to do it because you didn't trust it. I mean, why was that?
Well, Leanne, Chewy, you know, it was beautifully written, and it's inspiring. I just didn't buy people like that, and I didn't know how to do that convincingly. And so I kept saying no, and then our director said, why don't you come down and meet Leanne? So I did. Leanne is right there with her daughter Collins and her husband Sean.
You guys actually spent, she's here, Leanne, Sean, and then Collins, their daughter's here. You actually spent some time together, as you were just saying.
Yes, I spent a morning, and then we were abducted by Leanne. We didn't realize we were going to Ole Miss, but apparently she decided we needed to go to Ole Miss.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She took us to Ole Miss, and by the end of the day, I was blown away at how I'd passed judgment. I still didn't know how to play this person, but I think I was scared enough of not doing it, or not being a part of a beautiful story, that outweighed how badly I could possibly mess it up.
Yeah, and this
you had to get the Southern accent, too.
I had to get the Leanne accent.
Let's hear Leanne's accent. Let me see. Leanne, how was it working with Sandra?
Great.
I heard she drove you nuts, though. Let's be real.
She was a little bit of a worrywart. She had wonderful help. She's a great voice coach. She has great people around her, and they all kind of bought into making sure that this project was done with integrity and character. And I mean, I was just extremely. After 30 minutes, I knew that she would pull it off, and she knows I would sit here and tell her.
I can't. She does it so much better than I do. Let me tell you something. I mean, that's my favorite. When Leanne's finger goes up, you're like, everyone sort of loses control of their bowels just a little bit. Well, her husband knows.
But
he knows
Leanne, somebody told me that you were very thrilled with her breasts in the movie. Would you like to elaborate?
I mean, hello. I mean, I don't have to do that breast exam thing because it's just they're there and you just look at them and check 1, 2, and then it's a go. But she looked really lovely. I mean, because I heard all these names and I was like, and then somebody said, and they said Sandra Bullock has signed it, and I said, oh, that's marvelous because she's got great tatas.
We got the same size area.
So you're both carrying eggs with you, is what you're saying.
If it were as big as an egg, it'd be nice, but
this movie is really about family and what you can do, what each individual person can do to make a difference in somebody's life. Was that part of what made it a little bit hard for you to see it, or you thought people weren't really that good, or?
Here's the thing. I mean, I know people that are good. They just don't do it, you know, and then get a movie made about it. Here's a family who did it, didn't expect a book or a movie to be made. I didn't want it to be soft. I didn't want it to be sappy, where everyone sort of rolls their eyes and goes, okay, but if you meet the people, these people, there's nothing sad. There's a backstory. There's a struggle. There's a fight. There's criticism. There's judgment. There's loss of friends, I would imagine. And once I passed judgment and then I met the people, I'm gonna talk about you guys like you're not here. I felt I hadn't been humbled and inspired in a long time, and I really hope that I wouldn't be the reason that no one would go see this film if I didn't pull that woman off properly, because she's, as you can see.
Well, there was a lot of controversy, I think, even surrounding the character. Michael Orr, I mean, watching him even last night play with the Ravens, they won their game last night, and you see him just blocking away.
That's
and it
what
was
it's about.
This is who the film was about, and it was just, it's amazing, you know, coming from my husband's family, as a football family, watching this film, you were able to capture both the intensity and the emotion of that game and the families behind it, and I thought it was just an exceptional job done.
That's good writing.
But now, question for Leanne. This, as in the movie, you met Michael. He was walking in the cold with just shorts on, and that's when you met him. How long after you met him did you decide, okay, I want him to be part of my family?
I mean, I don't think there was ever a magical moment, or it wasn't an appointment on the agenda book. I think it just kind of happened. I mean, Michael stayed one night, and then he was there for a week, and then suddenly the week turned into a month, and we just kind of looked at each other and said, this is silly. I mean, he just needs to stay. And, you know, we sat him down and said, is this something that you would be interested in doing? And he truly, you know, John Lee just did it perfectly. He said, well, I thought I was already here. And then we all felt stupid. We were like, okay, sorry, just kidding. So, you know, it was just never this moment. I mean, wouldn't you think, honey? I mean, that was kind of...
I gotta tell you, the movie is fantastic. I mean, it is really, really a good movie, and you are terrific in it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
She's a good
That
actress.
means a lot.
By the way,
But she knows what I'm saying.
No, I do,
It was
but
great.
thank you. That means a lot.
coming from you, that's very special. We're going to have...
Very special, now be quiet. Anyway.
No, that's enough. That's enough. Now we gotta go. No, but we're...
Taking my Oscar and going home.
Sandra's going to stay with us.
Oh, my word.
I just have to say a private moment. I've met your husband. I'm crazy about your husband.
My husband's we all are. He's got a picture of you on his computer. You guys are all like, And I'm like, what is Whoopi doing on your computer? And he's like, apparently I wasn't supposed to ask.
Well, years ago, you know, years ago, it would have been a question, but not now, girl.
Not now.
No questions. When we come back, we're going to be joined by her co-stars, Tim McGraw, who plays your husband, and the young man whom you just saw, Quentin Aaron.